Chapter 13, Planning for Future Lean Success. Where do we need to focus our lean improvement efforts? What process errors and defects cost you the most? What do your customers really value? How can value streams be mistake-proofed? There is a wide range of ways in which you can use the learnings from this workshop. You might choose to train 10 or so people, place them in 2 to 3 Kaizen teams, and have them start implementing lean-focused improvement projects. Or you might choose to simply hold a 2-day 5S improvement initiative. You might want to create a value stream map for a particularly troublesome customer. Any of these approaches would produce positive results if executed effectively. The improvement potential for using what you've learned, however, is much greater. Consider training all process owners in the basics of lean tool use. Require each process owner to consistently demonstrate lean tool use as they improve the processes they own over time. Use the next 2 workbook pages to capture best practices and improvement needs that you've identified during this workshop. Reference the exercise results you came up with during the past 2 days to help you develop the 2 lists. The following exercise results in particular may be helpful: waste stream elimination, culture barriers, possible 5S benefits, layout improvement options, quick changeover benefits, lean conversion barriers, and supervisor change next steps. 3 improvement rate factors. How many people will be engaged and in what manner? How much time is invested in continuous improvement and by whom? Which processes will be improved and how much work is needed? 3 primary factors influence an organization's rate of improvement when formal process improvement techniques are applied. Your chance of lean success is much greater if you discuss and reach consensus on these levels as a leadership team. What results are you after? What types of improvements do you want to make? What level of resources can you invest? Who do you want to involve and in what manner? Workforce engagement. The common strategy here is to look primarily at training or Kaizen event participation percentages as indicators of lean engagement. Participation percentages are important indicators to track, but make sure you look at participation levels across a wide variety of event types and at all organizational levels. Time invested. Time is the fuel for continuous improvement. Formal Six Sigma, as practiced by General Electric, Motorola, and others, set requirements for process participation, process leadership support, and training levels across the organization. Most companies have grossly reduced these percentages as they attempt to mirror the successes of early Six Sigma practitioners. The potential for a positive cultural effect is also minimized if participation rates in formal process improvement efforts are low. Approach used. Most of the content you need to effectively practice lean techniques can be obtained at a low cost or for free. The challenge comes in avoiding the temptation to go with a Kaizen team-only approach. With that approach, the big problems may get addressed, but the overall improvement rate across processes and the percent of people involved in the changes tend to be low. What percentage of your processes do you want to improve using these lean tools? How fast do you want to make those improvements? How many people need to be involved? And over time, how will that involvement rate change? 3 key operational excellence restrictors. Employee turnover rates are too high. You can't spend time on process improvement if you are spending time bringing new people up to speed. Span of control ratios are too large. Spans of control have gotten very out of control in many, if not most organizations. Little job time exists for process improvement. You can't go to the bank and take out a time loan, and most people aren't going to spend more time on the job. Earlier in the workbook, we looked at 7 common lean conversion barriers. The above 3 performance restrictors affect organizational results daily, even when lean or other forms of process improvement are not being pursued. If you fail to address these three factors first, it will be very difficult to gain significant momentum with your lean improvement efforts. It all boils down to time availability. How big is the gas tank in your car? How far can you go with the fuel that you have? It takes time to properly define processes, to effectively measure them on a daily basis, and to analyze performance trends, even with the best technology. Time must be invested to find the true systemic causes of process waste and to put fixes in place that actually keep your problems from coming back. If you don't invest the time, you can't improve. High employee turnover rates create the need to spend time on tasks that are not process improvement related. At a minimum, new employees have to be oriented and trained. Time must also be invested to properly process those people that leave. Unfortunately, because new people rarely do their jobs right immediately after being hired, their work efforts often result in higher error rates. As a result, more process problems exist that require time investments to correct. In many organizations, span of control ratios, the number of people that each supervisor must supervise, are increasing and are well above best-in-class levels. As the span of control ratio increases, a given supervisor has less time to spend with each employee. If turnover rates are high, new employees need more time from their supervisors than seasoned employees do. If you're wondering why your leaders don't have time to spend on process improvement, you should first look at your span of control and turnover rates. Self-directed work teams are a great idea, but they only work if you have a well-trained, stable workforce. On top of it all, most leaders don't have that much time built into their jobs for process improvement to begin with, if you actually look at how their jobs are designed.